You thought you'd witnessed betrayal in wrestling before, thought that the drama of the bloodline had taken you to the darkest corners of family destruction. Well, forget everything you thought you understood about loyalty, kinship, and trust, because what just unfolded behind the scenes of WWE is so devastating, so soul-shattering, it makes every wrestling storyline look like child's play. Jey Uso has officially filed for divorce from Naomi, but it's not just a breakup, it's a full-blown implosion of a family that once stood as WWE's symbol of unity and tradition. The reason? A shocking affair between Naomi and none other than Jimmy's own twin brother, Jey Uso. Yes, you read that correctly. The woman Jimmy loved, married, and built a life with, and the brother he shared a womb with, have allegedly been involved in a secret relationship that not only destroys the foundation of a family but also rewrites what we thought we knew about the sacredness of blood bonds. And this isn't a fabricated script cooked up in a creative writer's room. This is real life, raw and unfiltered, and it's messier and more painful than any storyline WWE could ever dare to broadcast. According to those close to the situation, Jimmy discovered the affair in a way that would break anyone, through a shared laptop that revealed damning photos and messages between Jey and Naomi. What began as a normal night turned into a psychological nightmare. As Jimmy scrolled innocently through what he thought were family pictures, he stumbled upon folder after folder filled with intimate texts, flirtatious exchanges, secret rendezvous plans, and even cruel jokes made at his expense by the two people he trusted the most. It wasn't just the affair, it was the mockery, the deception, the awareness that this betrayal had been unfolding behind his back for over 8 months. While Jimmy toured with WWE, pushing through brutal matches, representing his family, and putting his body on the line, Jey and Naomi were reportedly laughing behind closed doors, planning their future together in the shadows. And it gets worse. Insiders say other members of the family knew and kept their mouths shut. Jimmy, the last to know, was being made a fool of while everyone else played along with the illusion. The moment of truth came at what was supposed to be a celebratory family dinner following a successful SmackDown. Jimmy had borrowed Jey's laptop to show some family pictures, and that's when everything unraveled. With a single accidental click, the truth hit him like a freight train. Compromising photos of Naomi and Jey, messages planning their next secret meetup while Jimmy was on the road, and worse, disrespectful texts where they openly laughed about how clueless he was. Witnesses say Jimmy's reaction was instant and explosive, screaming, accusations, shattered glasses, a devastated man confronting his wife and brother in front of the entire family. But what stunned everyone even more was the realization that this wasn't some spontaneous mistake. Naomi and Jey had been planning to go public for months. They weren't just cheating. They were strategizing the complete dismantling of Jimmy's world. The betrayal pierced even deeper into the heart of the Samoan wrestling dynasty. Roman Reigns, considered the anchor of the family and face of WWE's legacy, is reportedly furious. He'd been publicly championing the Usos as the embodiment of Samoan loyalty and honor, completely unaware that behind closed doors, his cousins were obliterating those very values. WWE executives have been thrown into chaos, holding emergency meetings to decide how to proceed. Do they write the scandal into storylines? Do they erase Jey from programming? The Bloodline saga, the crown jewel of WWE storytelling for years, now stands stained and shattered by a scandal more real and raw than anything on screen. Meanwhile, Jimmy's legal team is taking no prisoners. Reports suggest that his divorce filing is not just about ending the marriage but about reclaiming his dignity and everything he built. He's seeking full custody of the children, the return of every gift, investment, and shared property he poured into Naomi over the years. But beyond the personal losses, his legal team is digging deeper, allegedly investigating whether Jey used WWE company time, travel schedules, or internal resources to facilitate the affair. If proven, this could threaten both Jey and Naomi's WWE careers. The financial fallout is also staggering. Jimmy and Naomi had joint investments, sponsorships, merchandise royalties, all now subject to brutal legal scrutiny. And as twins, Jimmy and Jey shared everything, from contract clauses to promotional deals, meaning the betrayal now jeopardizes multiple layers of business. Sponsors have started to distance themselves, unwilling to associate with the scandal. Merchandise deals are frozen. Tag team bookings cancelled. The future of the Usos brand is crumbling in real time. Creative writers are in panic mode trying to figure out how to move forward with a family-focused storyline now entangled in the ugliest personal betrayal imaginable. But the damage isn't just professional, it's deeply psychological. Jimmy is being forced to perform in front of thousands of fans while carrying the weight of humiliation, heartbreak, and betrayal. Friends close to him describe a man holding it together for the sake of his children while dying inside from grief. Mental health experts have weighed in, calling this one of the most extreme forms of betrayal a human being can suffer. When your twin brother, someone biologically and spiritually linked to you, conspires with your spouse to destroy your marriage, it rewires your ability to trust, perhaps forever. Social media has exploded. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, fans are livid. Hashtags like #JusticeForJimmy and #BetrayalTwins are trending, with millions sharing their reactions, heartbreak, and disgust. Some are demanding that WWE terminate Jey Uso and Naomi. Others are flooding WWE comment sections with boycott threats, saying they'll no longer support any storyline involving them. A few WWE talents have broken their silence with cryptic messages, small tokens of support to Jimmy, not naming names, but clearly signaling where their loyalty lies. But there's also a dangerous side. Threats have been made, and security teams have been notified. The rage surrounding this scandal has taken on a life of its own, igniting fires WWE may never fully extinguish. And then there's the children, the innocent victims of this entire nightmare. Caught between a shattered marriage, public embarrassment, and divided loyalties, they're growing up in the rubble of a family legacy once held up as the gold standard. Family dinners are now battlefields. Holiday gatherings are question marks. And the emotional scars they'll carry from this chaos are likely to outlast any wrestling match or headline. Even WWE veterans, those who've seen decades of backstage drama, are stunned. The intersection of personal betrayal and professional fallout is so unprecedented that even rival promotions are chiming in. AEW stars, NJPW veterans, and indie legends are all being asked for comment, proving that this isn't just a WWE story, it's a wrestling world crisis. The ripple effects could change how promotions approach personal relationships, with some insiders suggesting that new guidelines or restrictions may be needed to avoid similar catastrophes in the future. The wrestling media, too, has been forced into a careful balancing act. They're reporting the facts while struggling to respect the